do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the London Monarchs. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
6
You draw quarters.
Check curls. Hey, check 24.
Block now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
General West. 5.
Check.
Look, squeeze.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
55, 180. I'm going to come back to you. Back. Regular.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Check.
Regular.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
56.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. This one caught by Ridley. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Throwing is Allen on third. Got his target, Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
He's coming. We got double up. Pilot, 64, weak. Check. Kill.
Big ass.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards there and a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll run with Love. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 39, Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
5.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set. 60 or
55. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right. Let's go.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage.
2nd and 12 at the Saints' 44-yard line.
Mike 55.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback. And
for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Eluding the pressure right. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mike, 55. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Switch.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From midfield, here's Locke. And he will find his man on the outside. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
6-6, pull it high.
Watch the eye. Hey, switch gears. Check 37.
Hit it.
On the ground, Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. go with Kamara. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If he gets strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a very good return as he takes this all the way up to the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check. Check. Check.
Pass.
Save.
X3. 218. Chop.
Another run by Lindsey. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike.
319. Pass 10.
Mike. Come on, D. Mike, 55.
Hey, Echo.
55. I'm not ready. 55.
And here's Allen to throw on third down. He'll find Lindsey here. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth.
Come off the ball.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Watch the pass. Sponge. Let's go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
At the 39-yard line.
Set, ready. 18 Gator.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
15 line. Protein spill.
Right here. We got to step it up. Check safety.
Snap.
From the 39, Locke escaping the pressure right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing his Lock on third down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Well, the stats that matter on this play, don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
High 7.
To throw on third down. Allen able to find Walter. That's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, Dobbins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On first down, it's Lindsey. Give him a couple on the carry there.